This is my current Ecoflow battery setup. We've got the Delta Max 2 kilowatt there and two smart extra batteries, so it's a total capacity of 6 kilowatts there. And the Delta Max has an inverter of 2000, it's got a 2400 watt inverter, mains inverter on there, but it also has that Xboost function that allows it to reduce the voltage and as a result power things that are technically more than 2400 watts but at a reduced voltage, so it maintains itself within that 2400 watt limit. So all I'm going to do today is try boiling a kettle. Nothing more complicated than that, but in 240 volt regions as we are here in the UK, boiling a kettle, well, most kettles we have are 3000 watts. They are at the maximum limit of a standard socket, so 12.5 amps at 240 volts. So I'm going to see if we can boil a 3 kilowatt kettle using just a bunch of batteries like this. So you must be kidding if you think I'm going to move all those batteries, because they weigh an absolute ton. They're like 18 kilograms each or more. So I'm going to just have to do this on a extension cord. It's a fairly high gauge cable, though, low gauge, whatever the correct terminology is. It's a thick wire. And this was actually donated to me by my partner's dad. It's coming quite useful for this. So I'm going to have to run this through to the kitchen, and I assume there's going to be some voltage loss just on this alone. So I'll be interested to see. I'll try and fit a check, voltage meter to the output here, so when I plug the kettle in we can see exactly what voltage we're getting on the Ecoflow. These are fairly standard. I'll use one of these. I think this can handle that amount of power. Yeah, maximum 3120 watts, so no problem there. That's in the way. This is in the way. Oh, what a pain. Okay, tell you what, I'll do it slightly differently. I'm going to use this smart plug instead to measure the voltage. In fact, maybe I'll just do both. Is that going to be... Is that going to be safe? I hope so. Actually, that gives me a nice little platform to show you the voltage on here. Here in the Ecoflow app, you can see I've got 98% on the batteries. That's across the two extra batteries as well. They're all kind of at full, basically. And I've unplugged everything else on the inverter because, of course, I don't want any kind of computer stuff or whatever plugged into that. So I'm just going to enable the inverter. You might have heard the beep in the background. And can I? Oh, in fact, I think I have to enable Xboost first. Going to disable that for me. There we go. Yeah. So confirm. Yeah, Xboost. And I can hear that the smart plug here has turned on as well. And we've now also got we got energy there. Where's voltage? There we go. So here's our voltage at the moment, 227.3 volts coming from the inverter. Let's see whether or not that actually is matched by what my spark plug information tells me. 226.6, 227.3. That's close enough. Yeah. Quite surprised by that. All right, so here we go. We are in the Delta Max app now, and I'm going to turn the kettle on and let's see what happens. Unbelievable. Wow. So this has shot right up to 2,374 watts. So it's being maintained within the capacity of the inverter, and it's taking in 759 from one battery, 792. So it's basically balancing the load, balancing the input from each of the batteries, and happily powering the kettle at 211.6 watts, which by my math, so at 2000, where are we? Let me just go into calculator here, and we'll do 2000, what was it, 380-ish divided by 211, 11.2 amps. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. So maintaining steady at 211.5 volts. I assume, therefore, that it takes the kettle longer to boil as a result, but I think that's pretty impressive. And according to this one now, it could maintain this for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Hopefully it's not going to take me 2 hours and 10 minutes to boil the kettle. Now these are doing some serious work, as you can probably hear. Oh, don't want to zoom on that. You can see all the statistics on the actual box, but the main thing is you can hear the fans going at absolute full pelt. Not unexpected though, so to bring that kind of power out from some lithium-ion cells is amazing, really. I know people use mains inverters all the time, and there's nothing particularly fancy about them, but when you push them to their limits like that, I just still find it amazing that you're pulling 2,400 watts reliably out of just a bunch of 18650 cells, as far as I'm aware. That's what sits inside those Delta Max units. And yeah, absolutely amazing. 2.4 kilowatts. And there it is, all the energy is now gone, just sat in the kettle there, being wasted away. Anyway, I hope you found that useful, or interesting at least. And if you've got any questions, put them down in the comments. See you soon.